Oh, yeah, baby. We are live for the 12th day in a row. Viper, the man about tech, is live on YouTube. And look at that. YouTube just sent out the notification to let the rest of y'all know that we're live. What's happening? I know. Y'all just saw my face like hours ago. It was only hours ago that I was live, but we're already back with another episode of VypTalk PM this time because we're doing it in the afternoon. I had to get my collab request out of the way, so my collab requests have been completed. Now I can go live and talk to y'all for an hour, and we got to talk about this iPhone 12 stuff. What we got out here? We got WL Wesley. What's up, man? How you doing? Sean Williams is in an actual stream. That's what's up. What's up, Sean? How you doing? Dexter is here. Jiffer, Jason C, Josephine. Hey, Josephine, how you doing? Jose Guzman, what's happening? What is going on? So, yeah, a lot of y'all need to calm down. Y'all need to calm down. I mean, just simply stated, a lot of you all need to calm the hell down about the iPhone 12. So there were reports yesterday that the iPhone 12 would not come with a 120 hertz display on deck. And people proceeded to lose their ever-loving minds. Oh my God, I'm not buying an iPhone 12 if it doesn't have a 120 hertz refresh rate. How can the iPhone not have a 120 hertz refresh rate? All the Android phones have a 120 hertz refresh rate. Oh my God, I am marching on the spaceship in Cupertino because they don't have a 120 hertz display. Really, dog? Really? Is that what we come to, y'all? Is that what we've come to? Are we really going to get bent out of shape about an iPhone without a 120 hertz display? Now, listen very closely. I understand that a lot of people that watch me and my content, you all are the hardcore tech nerds. You are used to phones with a 120 hertz display, especially if you use any Android phone, because that's the other weird thing about this whole situation. All these people are getting bent out of shape about the iPhone not having a 120 hertz display. The iPhones have never had a 120 hertz display. You're not missing anything. You can't miss what you've never had. So how are you, if you're an iPhone user, how can you be upset about a feature that you have never had? It's not that the iPhone is not going to have a 120 hertz display. They have never had a 120 hertz display. You're not missing out on anything because you never had it on iPhone to begin with. Now, is it telling? Is it a little kind of weird that this year's iPhone won't have it when you got the S20 Ultra? I mean, the S20 models that have it. You got the Note 20 models that have it. The OnePlus 8 Pro has it. So that's like 3 phones, I think. And I think other manufacturers are starting to add it on their phones. Okay, cool. But as I keep saying about this whole 120 hertz thing and all that jazz, it's a niche feature, man. It doesn't fundamentally change the way you use the phone. Now, I understand that people that have had it and have used it, they love it, especially if they're into those high refresh rates, because even though you can't really see it, the difference, you can detect it when you're scrolling and doing different things on your phone, the fluidity, the scrolling, the smoothness. It is you. If you have used the 120 hertz panel before, you definitely become accustomed to how that feels. But to say that it's so much better than the 60 hertz panel is kind of weird. I'm not going to sit here and say that there's not a difference. There is a difference. But number one, how many people are using a 60 hertz phone and a 120 hertz phone side by side? How many of you are actually doing that? Because that's really the only time that you'll be able to tell an actual difference, if you can even detect the difference, is if you're using two phones side by side, one with one panel, one with the other panel. No one's doing that. You're not doing that. So in actuality, in real world practical application, you probably can't tell the difference unless you're just really like one of those hardcore tech nerds. The other thing is that this is very interesting to me because Yes, the reports are that iPhones will not have a 120 hertz display. The other thing is, have we sat back and thought about why Apple is not going to include a 120 hertz panel on the iPhone this year? Maybe Apple is not going to include it because we know, if we know nothing else about Apple, we understand that they are not going to rush into a new technology until it has fully matured, which means they are going to include a feature when that feature does not compromise the user experience of the iPhone. Every device out there right now that has a 120 hertz display has to compromise in some way. On the Samsung devices, you could use a 120 hertz panel, but you can't use them at Quad HD. And if you do turn on a 120 hertz panel, you got to use it at 1080p. You can't use it at Quad HD, and your battery life takes a hit. So, yes, you can use a 120 hertz display, but you are impacting the battery, which makes for a suboptimal user experience. And we all know that Apple is not about suboptimal user experience. What Apple includes on an iPhone, whatever they include, it has to maximize, it has to provide that core Apple user experience that iPhone owners have become accustomed to. And anything that kind of puts that in jeopardy, anything that could be detrimental to the core iPhone experience, Apple is not going to include, at least not right off the bat. Now, there are some questions to whether or not these iPhones will come with a 120 hertz panel in the hardware, but maybe Apple could turn the feature on down the road in a software update. I don't see that happening, but maybe. I know Ross Young was talking about earlier this month about how Apple has the technology in place, but they don't have the inner working, the inner circuitry technology to make it work the way they want to. So even though the iPhone might have the hardware on place, they don't have the inner working, the inner parts of the software to make the technology work. So that's another reason why they might just forego it. So again, if they can't provide the most optimal user experience for the iPhone 12 with the 120 hertz display, they're not going to put it in the phone. It's just that simple. Like Dexter was saying in the chat here, the reason why Samsung is having it, the reason why Samsung is using it on the Note 20 is that they're using that LTPO technology, which is which provides you the ability to have that variable refresh rate. That means you can fluctuate from 60 to 120 or 120 to 11 hertz and things like that. The phone can adjust to what you're doing on the display so it doesn't eat up battery life. Now, the S20 Ultras also have a 120 hertz display, but they don't have that LTPO technology. So when you go to use the phone on an S20, when you go to use the 120 on the S20 Ultra or whatever, you are really messing up your battery life because they don't have that LTPO technology. Now, the Note 20 battery life is not trash, but as I told you guys when I had it, it could definitely be better. And I said that, and I wasn't even using the 120 hertz display, and I thought the battery could be better. I can't tell you how many people I've seen on Twitter complain about the battery life of the Note 20 Ultra, and they are actually using the 120 hertz display. So do you really want the feature that bad enough, but you want to take that hit in battery life just so you can have a smoother, faster display? I mean, I guess. But I don't think it's at the end of the day, to me personally, I know I'm probably in the minority with this, but to me, it's just not that big of a deal. Again, you're talking about display fluidity and smoothness, which is not bad on a 60 hertz panel. It's just that 120 hertz is a more smooth experience. It's like when you go out to buy a car. You could buy a Ford, or you could buy the luxury brand of Ford, which is the Lincoln, right? Just because the Lincoln is this doesn't mean the Ford is bad. It just means that the Lincoln is more blinged out. It has more bells and whistles than the Ford, but the Ford isn't bad. The Ford will still get you from point A to point B with no issues. But the Lincoln is this if you want that higher level car. That's how I see a 120 hertz display. You use an iPhone 11 Pro Max right now. It's a Ford, right? It can do everything that you need it to do, but it has a 60 hertz display. Then you use something like a Note 20 Ultra, which is the Lincoln. You got the 120 hertz panel on the Note 20 Ultra, but that doesn't make the iPhone 11 Pro any less than. It's still going to provide an optimal experience. So I guess ultimately it just comes down to the matter of choice. And I guess a lot of people are probably mad that Apple's not giving them the choice. But I just, again, Apple, that's the difference between Apple and everybody else. Samsung will throw every feature in the sink into the phone, even if it compromises user experience. Apple is not about that life. If a feature could compromise user experience, Apple is not going to include it. And again, this is not the feature. The feature itself is just not that important. I'm sorry, it's not that important. Shout out to Anthony Beltray for the super chat. Thank you, sir, for the $1.99. I appreciate you, man. He said Samsung probably say no to Apple 120 hertz this year. It has nothing to do with Samsung. Again, Samsung display technology is a separate entity from Samsung Mobile. If Apple wanted the 120 hertz displays, they would have no problem getting them. I mean, Samsung is not going to not sell them the displays. They're not doing that. So it's all on Apple. It has nothing to do with Samsung and everything to do with Apple and their ability to calibrate the display to meet their needs. So that's not even a thing. Also, we tech people, we operate in our own little tech bubble here on YouTube between us creators and our audience. So sometimes we have a hard time observing what goes on outside of our tech bubble. A lot of tech content creators, including myself, we talk about the average consumer and what they care about or don't care about, this, that, and the other. And when we talk about the average consumer, we talk about them like they're a minority or something. When in actuality, the average consumer is not the minority. The average consumer is the majority. They are the mainstream consumer that most of these tech companies are targeting because the average consumer is the one buying most of the phones in the first place. So I'm sorry, my fellow tech creators. When these companies are making their devices, they're not making them for us. We are the minority. Us and our audience, we are the minority. The mainstream average consumer vastly outnumbers us tech creators and tech hardcore nerds. The average consumer is not a minority. The average consumer is the damn majority. They are the target for these companies and their features. So when you think about that, the average consumer is actually the majority and are actually the target demographic for these tech companies, the average consumer, the mainstream consumer, let's just stop using that term. The mainstream consumer, or as Janosis should say, saying the mass consumer is not even aware that a 120 hertz panel exists. They're not aware of it. They don't care, and it's not going to affect their purchasing decision in the least at all. So when we hardcore tech nerds turn our noses up, and we're not gonna buy an iPhone because it doesn't have a 120 hertz display, these executives at Apple and Samsung and all these other companies are laughing at you because you make up a minority in the market. If we actually, you know what? Let's be really serious here. Again, we tech creators and tech audience are the minority. If we take the whole market as a whole, if we take the whole market into consideration, the mass consumer, the mainstream consumer, probably accounts for 80% of the market. And I'm just throwing that number out there. It could be more, it could be less. I don't know. But let's say the mainstream consumer, the non-techie consumer, 80% of them make up the market. So we, as tech creators and tech audiences on YouTube, make up about 20% of the market, okay? 20%! Do you really think these companies are going to dictate what they do with their product to 20% of the audience? When there's a whole other 80% of the audience they have to appease? Or they're going to try to appease? No! They're not doing that. They don't care. Let me take that back. They care what we think. But when you weigh the 20% versus the 80%, where do you think they're going to lean? They are going to lean on the 80%. And of course, Preston thought disagree with me because he's in the 20%. I guess you would disagree. You're in the 20%. You are not who they are targeting. You are a techie. You are a hardcore tech nerd. They're not looking at you when they're making their product decisions. You are in the 20% of people that are going to buy a new phone or whatever. The market is not made up of tech nerds. I need you all to understand this. Like, y'all, like I said, we kind of exist in our bubble, but understand that outside of the bubble, there's a mass mainstream consumer market out there that these companies are targeting. We ain't it. We are not it. So y'all can be mad all you want, but there's 80% of the mass market that they're targeting. And if they make a determination that 80% of the market is not going to care about a feature, that's where they're going. And especially if that feature is going to cost them extra money and more time and manufacturing hassle, and they don't have to do that because 80% of the market is not going to care anyway, they're rocking with the 80% of the market. Let's see what we got. Technically, T says that's all well and good, but Apple is just getting over at this point. They have made it comfortable paying for more for less and the gap in closing. I mean, I'm not going to argue with that. I mean, we are talking about a year, T, in which it has widely been rumored that Apple is not going to ship phones with chargers in the box. And if I'm being serious with y'all, for the 80% that Apple is targeting, that's a much bigger deal than not having a 120 hertz display panel. The fact that Apple is going to ship phones without a charger is a problem. I cannot wait to see the reactions on TikTok and YouTube when these people open up their iPhones and there's no charger in the box. Oh, hell is going to break loose. They're not going to give two monkey nipples about a 120 hertz display. But when they find out they don't have a charger to charge their iPhone, woo! Oh, boy. The videos are going to be lit. And I'm going to be here. I'm going to be sitting here on my phone to or iPhone, whatever I got. I'm going to be looking at the reaction because they're going to be priceless. People are going to be pissed that there are no chargers in the box for iPhones this year. That's where people are going to get mad at. They're not going to get mad because Apple didn't include a 120 hertz display. They're going to be mad that there's no charger in the box. Now, I heard some people talking about the Apple probably won't be shipping the AirPods. I don't think that's big of a deal. I don't think that's that big of a deal because at this point, everybody has AirPods. I don't think people care. I mean, honestly, it sucks, yes, but I don't think nobody's going to care. The bigger deal, as I just alluded to, is the lack of a charger in the box. That is the big. If you want to be mad at Apple for something this year, be mad at the fact that there's no charger in the box. Now, of course, the 20%, the hardcore tech nerds are going to care because they have about 50 chargers lying around the house, so they don't care. But of course, when we talk about a 120 hertz display, they want to get up in arms. They want to mount their horses and get ready for battle. But again, I go back to the 80-20 argument. 20% of you all give a crap about a 120 hertz display. The 80% don't. But when we talk about not having a charger in the box, that affects a lot more people than not having a 120 hertz display. And that's where Apple's going to have their problem, if this is true. Which is the other thing I want to get to next. A lot of you all are getting up in arms and getting angry about rumor, leaks, and speculation. Yes, there are rumors that the iPhone will not have a 120 hertz display, but they're just that. They are rumors. They're conjecture. They're speculation. There is no proof that the iPhone will not have a 120 hertz panel. We don't know. Nothing, and I mean nothing, is official until Apple goes on stage and says, this is iPhone 12. It'll have A, B, C, D feature. You know nothing. These rumors and leaks don't mean jack until the actual iPhone keynote. So I'm going to need y'all to calm down because you're getting upset over something that might not even be true. It might be false. They might actually have the 120 hertz display. We got the cat dude on Twitter. You know, the guy with the cat meme, Ice Universe. We got the cat dude on Twitter talking about there's a silver lining with iPhone not having a 120 hertz display. I don't know why he would say that. Maybe they will have the 120 hertz display. We don't know. Until Apple goes on stage and makes it official, we are all Jon Snow. And for those of y'all that watch Game of Thrones, you know where I'm going with that. But if you don't watch Game of Thrones, let me explain what being Jon Snow means. Until Apple goes on stage and announces the new devices with the new features and this and that and the other, we are all Jon Snow, which means we know nothing. We know nothing. These rumors, these leaks, these speculations mean nothing because none of it is official until Apple makes it official. So why are you getting up in arms about leaks and rumors and speculation when it's all rumor and leaks and speculation anyway? None of it is true. None of it is the official word from Apple. We don't know. People are like, I'm not buying an iPhone 12, blah, 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 blah. But you don't know what the iPhone 12 is going to have yet. It hasn't been announced. Right now, the iPhone 12 doesn't even exist. It doesn't exist. You getting mad about air. Poo, 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 poo. You're literally getting mad about air. It does not exist. There is no such thing as an iPhone 12 right now until it officially is announced whenever Apple announces it. It does not exist. Why are you getting mad about something that does not exist? I don't know. Y'all are crazy AF, man. Y'all are crazy. It don't exist, man. So again, for the 999th time in this live stream, I'm going to need you all to calm the hell down about leaks, about rumors, about conjecture, about stuff that don't exist yet. It don't exist. We don't know. We are literally Jon Snow. We know nothing until Tim Cook and Craig Federighi tells us what's up. And what's the new guy's name? I think it was Greg Wojniak or Wojniak. He's the new VP of Apple marketing because unfortunately Phil Schiller stepped down. So there will be no more courage at the keynote because there's no more Phil Schiller. So we'll have to get used to Greg Wojniak. But until they go on stage and make these things official, everything that we're talking about is just rumor and speculation. We're speculating. So while you all are mad about a lack of 120 Hz display, we don't even know if that's true. We don't even know if it's true or not. We don't know if the iPhone will not have a 120 Hz display. We simply just don't know. I'm erring on the side of they probably won't, but I can't be sure. I don't know. I don't work in Apple production line. I have no idea. I don't have sources in Apple production line. I can't tell you. I don't know. Now I did see some packaging or something on the internet that did point to Apple not having a charging brick in the box. So that is almost a guarantee at this point. I think that's true. And like I said, that could be the much bigger problem with mainstream consumers this fall is when they open up these iPhones and there's no charger in the box. Oh boy. Woo! I hope Apple has some type of spin. I don't think any amount of spin is going to justify that. That is going to be a problem. But yeah, that's how I feel about that. What we got in the chat? Ashley P. Meister, Phil Schiller handles events and App Store, and like he handles events and things like that. But I don't think he's going to be at the keynote anymore. We saw what happened with Samsung and DJ Cole. Once he moved on, there was no more DJ Cole at the keynote. So I'm guessing that Phil Schiller will no longer be at the Apple keynote, which kind of sucks. Kind of got used to him, but I mean, people move on. It is what it is. Yo, Gino, what's up? How you doing? We got Zach Talk Tech in the building again. What's up? How y'all doing? All right, President said, if it's not true, that's great. I love to see Apple prove me wrong, but now all I have is doubt. Yeah, again, we don't know. We're talking about rumor and speculation. We literally don't know what the iPhones are going to come with this fall. People are like, oh, I'm not buying an iPhone because, that's the other thing that me and Trenton were talking about, and he was talking about on his live stream. The whole iPhone Pro naming convention and all that jazz. So let me talk about that. As I alluded to already earlier on this live stream, and I talked about this last night on Friday Night Vype as well, when Apple calls something Pro, it doesn't mean that the device is a professional device. Now, yes, professionals use iPhones. Yes, professionals use iPads. I understand that. But the iPad Pro and the iPhone 11 Pro are not professional devices. There is literally no difference in device function or software, I should say. There's literally no difference in device software between an iPhone 11 and an iPhone 11 Pro. They all use the same software. There is no software differentiators. The only differentiator between a non-Pro and a Pro model is hardware. Literally, only hardware. That's it. So if there's no software differentiators, can you really call it a Pro device? I don't think so. What does the device do that's Pro? The iPhone 11 Pro has what? One more camera lens? It might have more RAM. It's not Pro. It's not a professional device. The iPad Pro is not a professional device over a regular iPad. There is no software differentiator. You can do the same thing software-wise on an entry-level iPad that you can do on an iPad Pro. The iPad Pro just has an extra camera lens, a LiDAR scanner, and more RAM. But that's it. Oh, and it has what? The Magic Keyboard? I mean, you can get a keyboard for any iPad. Does that matter? It doesn't make it pro. They're not pro. Now, the MacBook, I would say that the pro moniker and the pro naming comes more into play when we talk about MacBook, because there is a hell of a difference between a MacBook and a MacBook Pro. Now, the MacBook Pro is a professional device, okay? That bad boy is miles apart from the normal entry-level MacBook. But Apple, see, this is all about Apple marketing, man. The way Apple markets things is just kind of crazy. It's kind of nutty. They come up with all these fancy schmancy marketing terms to make you spend more money. I mean, at the end of the day, that's really what Apple is doing. They come up with these marketing terms to make you want to spend more money. I don't know who said it, but I think maybe Trent said it. He was talking about how when you see pro, it instantly means like in the consumer mindset, when they hear pro, they instantly think better, or they think more expensive. And I think Apple plays on the mental psyche of potential buyers when they name their devices Pro. They're not actually pro devices, no. But when you see iPhone 11 Pro, you automatically think, oh, this has to be better than the iPhone 11. When in actuality, how much better is it? Literally, I mean, seriously, think about it. How much better is the iPhone 11 Pro than the iPhone 11? I mean, again, it basically comes down to hardware, right? The iPhone 11 has the OLED display. The iPhone 11 Pro has an OLED display. The iPhone 11 has the LCD display. iPhone 11 Pro has a higher resolution, have more cameras. And it has the iPhone 11 has a stainless steel chassis. I think the iPhone 11 has the aluminum chassis, I believe. But does any of that really matter in the long run besides the extra camera lens? I don't know. Again, it's like I said earlier, when Apple and companies like Apple are thinking about the mass market, who they're trying to get to buy their devices, we as tech consumers and tech nerds are in the minority. We are in the serious minority when it comes to how these companies market their devices. Really, in actuality, 80% of that market that people are targeting, that Apple is targeting, will be perfectly fine with a non-pro Apple device. They don't need a pro level Apple device. There's no massive difference between an iPhone 11 and 11 Pro. It's all marketing. So it doesn't really make much sense getting upset about what's pro and what's not pro when it's all about marketing anyway. Even if the iPhone 12 Pro come with a 120 Hz display, does that make them more pro than an iPhone 12 without it? Not really. It's just one extra little additional feature, but I don't know if I'm ready to say that the iPhone 12 Pro and Pro, just because it has a 120 Hz display and the iPhone 12 doesn't. I don't know. I can't do that. Maybe you could do that. I can't do that. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. All right. Dexter says, Pro naming is just there to say it's better than a normal model. For example, AirPods and AirPods Pro. No professional audio engineer is using wireless headphones. You might be surprised. I mean, for the most part, you're right, but you might be surprised. Now, the AirPods Pro versus AirPods is actually a more interesting case because at least the AirPods Pro actually have some type of pro features on them. They have active noise cancellation. They have transparency mode, and they have the silicone tips that go into your ear. So I can almost argue that the AirPods Pro can do deserve their pro moniker because they do things vastly different from the regular AirPods. But I agree with you as far as sound quality. I don't think it's much of a difference. I don't think it's a big difference between AirPods and AirPods Pro. Although the AirPods Pro will give you automatically better sound because of the way they're designed, but the sound quality, I don't know. But the feature set on the AirPods Pro definitely give them that pro moniker per se. I don't know. Yeah. I would agree with that. Pro features are very subjective, but most of Apple's marketing isn't pro level or should be considered pro. It's just Apple doing Apple marketing, man. All right, Preston says the argument that 120 hertz doesn't matter could be applied to 4K TV, 8K TV, triple. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. And again, we have them because that's the different tiers. Again, it's almost like iPhone 11 and 11 Pro. You have your different tiers. Most TVs out there probably today are still 1080p HD. They're not 4K yet, but you got 4K TVs if you want to do that. And then if you want to be on the bleeding edge, you got 8K. But I'm still guessing even today the standard TV in most people's houses is 1080p. It ain't 4K. We haven't got there yet. Although it is very, very easy to get a 4K TV today. Very, very easy. I mean, you can get a TV, you can get a 4K TV from a crackhead on the street today. It's that easy. It's literally easy. Very easy. All right. Anulu says, camera for me, that's a big differentiator. How they named them, I would agree. They have no difference between pro and non-pro, so people know it. So people know it got more before they buy. Yeah, it's marketing. It's literally, especially when the way Apple does it with their phones and their iPads, it is literally marketing. That's all it is. It's marketing, dude. All right, P. Mike says, I know the comment won't be popular, but didn't leak Apple Pro state Phil will present the iPhone. Yes. Oh, dude. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Woo! Every 500 millennia, there's a comment that tries to trigger Viper. It is one of those comments that tries to trigger Viper. So we talked about one of these no-name new Apple leakers that came out of nowhere. I don't even know who is this. I'm gonna ask y'all the same question I asked you when we talked about Tom Brown and Tom Brown Edition Fold. Who is leaked Apple Pro? Who is this person? I don't know who this person is. Do they even have a track record? I don't even know if they have a track record. I don't know them, so they don't exist in my world. Okay, I don't know who that is. I am almost 100% positive. You know what? I don't know if Renee Ritchie is listening or watching it, but Renee, if you're listening or watching, Renee, can you stop what you're doing real quick and let us know in the chat if you think Phil Schiller is going to be at the keynote. I don't think Phil Schiller is going to be at the keynote this year. He stepped out of that role. There's really no reason for him to present. That role of presenting at an Apple keynote usually goes to the high-level executives of that company in those positions. Phil Schiller is no longer in that position, so there's really no reason for him to be on stage at an Apple event. So Greg Wozniak or however the hell you say his last name. I gotta talk to Renee about this. Renee knows all this stuff. But Greg Wozniak, that's it. He is now the new VP. So I knew Renee was around there somewhere. So Greg Wozniak, keep talking wrong, but Greg Wozniak is the new senior VP. That is his time to be on stage to present those Apple products and features. That is not Phil Schiller's place anymore. So Renee, I was asking you, do you think Phil Schiller will be on stage at this Apple event? I don't think so, but people seem to think like he will. I don't think he will. It's not his place anymore. He's moved on. He's doing different things. It's a lot like Samsung and DJ Cole. DJ Cole moved on in the company. He's no longer on stage at the Galaxy Note event. It's sad, but it's the way it is. I don't think Phil Schiller's going to be on stage, but maybe I'm wrong. Like Renee says, I think we'll only see Phil again if they have a personal project of his launching. Something special with cameras or audio gear as a special appearance. Exactly. Like he's still with the company in some capacity, but he is not going to have an on-stage presence like he's had in the past. He has moved out of that role. That is not his place. The new guy, Greg Wozniak, that's now his spot. So you're going to see him on stage taking the place of Phil Schiller. Like Renee said, otherwise it would just be Jaws, Carrie-Ann, and Stan for Apple Watch. Yeah. The executive heads of those departments are the ones that Apple puts on stage at those events because they've earned that right. That's their title. Their title gives them that slack. But unfortunately, we're not going to see Phil Schiller on stage at an Apple event. I mean, he'll still probably be at the Apple event, but he won't be on stage. It sucks, but it's the way it is. So I don't know. But thank you, Renee. I hope I didn't interrupt you, Renee. But thank you. I appreciate you. All right, Renee said maybe Phil will still do big app store news at WWDC. He still runs that. Okay. So maybe he'll be at WWDC this year, even though he wasn't there this year, though. So, I mean, I don't know. We didn't see him this year. I mean, but anything is possible. Anything is possible, man. I'm telling you, Renee, Then I'm starting to feel first. I'm starting to feel personally attacked, Renee. I'm starting to feel personally attacked. They taking all my favorite executives off the table. I don't like it, Renee. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right, what else for that? What else for that? Okay. A noodle said when he stepped down to a fellow, someone said that Phil Schiller would still participate. Oh, he'll participate, just not on stage. Like I said, that is no longer his role within the company. So he's still a part of Apple. He's an Apple fellow, but again, he will not have a on-stage presence anymore. That's going to be to the other executives that stepped up and took his space. So it is what it is. Okay, yeah, we're not talking about the drama. I understand that there's drama out there in the tech space. I'm not talking about that. That's not my place. I'm not in it. I got nothing to do with that. Not talking about that stuff. Not at all. I'll leave that to you all. Let's see. Gino says Apple is a mass market luxury brand. Their definition of pro does not equal professional on their mass consumer products. Exactly. Or as Zach would say, exactly. Woo! Okay. All right. The logic says, yeah, I only have one 4K TV. People keep their TV for long periods of time. So even when 4K is now super cheaper, it will take a few more years for more people to change to 4K. Exactly. TVs are definitely a long-term thing. And like I said, most people probably still have 1080p TVs in their house right now. 4K is still relatively new on the TV thing, even though we're trying to rush to 8K. But I mean, technology moves faster than people do. So I mean, that is what that is. Oh Lord, y'all crazy. Yeah. Ice Universe. Ice Universe is a interesting fella. I will give you that much. You never know when he's right. I mean, he's right sometimes, but you don't know about Ice Universe. Ice Universe, he's a weird fellow. He's weird. He's all right though. He's all right. AJ says, Viper, since you won't make a gaming channel, will you at least live stream some gameplay? Probably not. I don't know how to set all that up. I've never done that before, so I don't even know how to set that up. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can figure out how to do it, but I've never done it before. And again, I don't really have the patience to do that. Plus, I don't want to do it because I'm a lot like I just think. When I game, some profane language might come out. And I don't want y'all to be hearing me like that. I don't need y'all seeing me like that when I'm gaming. I'm a whole different animal when I'm on the sticks, man. When I'm on the sticks, we got problems. So I don't know if y'all can see me like that. Because we about to start letting out some profane language, some curse words, some profanity. I can't have y'all see me like that. So I'm a lot like I just see that way. It gets crazy. It gets real when we get on the stick. So I got to keep that side hidden. I got to keep that side hidden away. Woo! Okay. All right. Deecher said the best devices at per price. $300 to $400 Pixel A, OnePlus Nord, $600 to $800 iPhone 12 series. $1,000 OnePlus 8 Pro. Again, the iPhone 12 doesn't even exist, so we can't really talk about how good it is or what it can do and can't do and pricing because it doesn't exist. So because the iPhone 12 theoretically doesn't really exist yet, we can't really talk about it. Again, y'all like getting mad about things that aren't even out there yet. Y'all getting mad at y'all literally are getting mad at abstract ideas. Y'all, I mean, none of this stuff is concrete. We have no idea what the iPhones are going to bring to the table. I actually made this mistake last year. I even made a whole video last year telling you guys that you should not get the iPhone 11. It'll be an incremental upgrade, blah, blah, blah. And that was a month before the iPhone 11 was even announced. I made that mistake of telling you guys you shouldn't get an iPhone 11. It's not going to be all that great, blah, blah, blah. Then I got an iPhone 11 Pro Max last year, and my whole mindset changed because it was an amazing device. It was the best iPhone experience I've ever had on an iPhone. So I am not about to make the mistake again this year of telling you guys that the iPhone 12 is going to be trash, blah, 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 going to be incremental, blah, 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 because we simply do not know what Apple is going to bring to the table when they announce the iPhone 12. So I would tell you guys, as a person who lived through it, I've experienced it firsthand. Until you know what the iPhone 12 is coming with, you might want to keep your opinions and your judgments, keep them to yourself because you don't know. We simply just don't know. We have no concrete information about the next iPhone. So until we do, calm down. Shout out to Gabriel T. Black. Gabriel, man, I appreciate you always supporting, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, man. I can't tell you, man. That means a lot, dude. I thank you. Seriously. You're amazing, dude. And Dexton with the super chat. Thank you, Dexton. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all coming out, man. The super chats are open, but as I always tell you guys, they are not required. Again, I told you guys part of the reason why I'm live streaming this month every day is number one, see if I can actually do it. I'm almost halfway through the challenge, which is pretty good. But the other reason is to raise money so I can afford these tech that's coming out the second half of 2020. So your super chats definitely go toward me being able to afford some of this tech. So I appreciate you guys rocking out. I'm not a big YouTuber, so I don't have the money to buy every new piece of tech out there. But when you guys do super chat and donate, it does make it easier for me to get new tech. And there's a lot of it coming this fall. So that's why I say super chats are open, but not required. Whatever you could donate, it is greatly appreciated. But more than anything, I just appreciate you guys rocking out with me each and every day. This is the 12th day in a row I have live streamed, and every single day I have had at least 30 people in my chat at one point or another. That is crazy. 12 days in a row I've live streamed, and 12 days in a row I've had at least 30 of you all in the stream. Thank you. You guys are the best. You are amazing. Again, when I was having my bad day earlier this week, part of me woke up the next day thinking to myself, dude, when you go live on YouTube, you got 30 people that will drop what they're doing to watch you speak, which is a power that's amazing in itself. It doesn't matter that I don't have the biggest sub count or all that jazz. You guys still rock out with me each and every day. So seriously, thank you for rocking out with me. I appreciate y'all. Y'all don't know how much you mean to me, man. So thank you. All right, let's see. Noodle says, hey man, we need to chill, wait for the big reveal. Thank you, Viper. I'm just saying, man, y'all need to calm down. Y'all need to calm down. Faith said, digging the shade. Thank you, Faith. I appreciate you. You know, the Viper shade. These are some of the these are Maui gems. These are big time shades. I appreciate that. Yep. Yeah, it's funny how that works on YouTube. So by tech, a lot of people talk crap about the iPhone, but end up getting an iPhone because they know. Everything Apple Pro showed you what? He showed you what? The chassis? I mean, again, that might be the real thing. It might not be the real thing. We don't know. I mean, everything Apple Pro is going off the same rumors and leaks that everybody else is going off of. Again, nothing is official until Apple walks on stage and makes it official. So everything that you're seeing right now, remember, it's not coming from Apple. So you don't know if it's true or not. You don't know. All right, Janosis and Viper, what's the iPhones of all time that give you the best experience that year? Mine will be 11 Pro Max, 6S, 4S, and 5. Hold on one second, Janosis. All right. So obviously, I've had my best iPhone experience with the 11 Pro Max. Although right lately, with the updates, it's been freezing again on me. I don't know what the hell's going on with these freezes. I think it has something to do with the fact that I have a lot of apps open, and sometimes I don't know if it's something with the RAM, but sometimes my 11 Pro Max does freeze up when I have several apps open in the background. It's very annoying. I've never had this happen on an iPhone before now. I don't know what's going on with that. But other than that, the 11 Pro Max has been my best experience with an iPhone ever. Besides the 11 Pro Max, I would say maybe the 5S. Love that phone. Probably my favorite iPhone ever. From the design to the software, everything on the 5S, butter. The bigger iPhones, I've always felt like was wasting space, and Apple they didn't even address the wasting space until this year. The wasted space on big iPhone models for 6 years, Apple didn't address it. And now, finally, with iOS 14, they are addressing the wasted space on bigger iPhones. So finally, it will be fun to use a big iPhone this year because iOS 14 is actually implementing features to take advantage of bigger iPhones. So I'm all about this life. I am very excited to see how using a bigger iPhone will be this year with things like picture-in-picture and other features that take advantage of the extra screen. So shout out to Apple for that. I like that. All right, let's see. Let me see what else is going on here in the chat. Changing the topic, he says, Aditya says, do you want to talk about what will happen at Tuesday's event? That's not really changing the topic. I mean, it's all about Apple at this point. Again, I think I talked about this earlier. I made a video about it, but it looks like the Tuesday event is going to be basically for the Apple Watch Series 6 and the iPad Air. And also there's reportedly an Apple Watch SE coming. So I mean, if we believe that, there's an Apple Watch SE on the way. But like Renee said, even though there's like a 2-hour time block taken out for that event, the event might not necessarily be 2 hours. So I mean, we don't know. But it sounds like it's gonna be just the Apple Watch and the iPad. That's pretty much it. They might announce some other hardware like the AirPod Studio, maybe a new HomePod, possibly, maybe. But I mean, we don't know. We really don't know. Yeah, I'm not really talking about that too much here since I'm talking about Apple stuff. But yeah, there's a PS5 event on Wednesday. I'm excited about that. But hopefully we get pre-order information there. But I'm not gonna get too much into that because that's y'all heard me talk enough about the new consoles. yo, the Super Staff shades are legit. I haven't ordered none yet, and he sold out. So shout out to Super Staff for selling out. Like that's amazing. I do plan on buying a pair. I haven't brought them yet, but I do plan on buying a pair. But yeah, they look hot, man. They look hot. I like how they look. Super Staff style, literally Super Staff style. Woo! And see, everything Apple Pro says, everything is confirmed. Does he work for Apple? I mean, does he work for Apple? I mean, because unless he works for Apple, again, you can't take anything anybody says unless they have an Apple badge or work for Apple. They don't know. He's guessing. He is literally guessing. Nobody knows. Not even John Prosser knows. They're all guessing at this point. Unless it's made official at an Apple event, it's all rumor and speculation, dude. Nobody knows. No, literally no one knows. No one knows. Well, we got Bender too. Bender says the best iPhones in his opinion are the 5S, the 6S, and 11 Pro. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. All About Kitten says, where's Bay? Bay has been retired, unfortunately. There is no more Bay. Bay is out of season. When these pumpkin spice nerds got what they want, when Starbucks unveiled their pumpkin spice menu earlier than expected, usually pumpkin spice season means the end of Bay. So Bay is done for the year. It's a sad, sad day in time for Viper because Bay is no more. But Bay will be back. Bay will be back next year, and I'll be ready. Let's see. What we got? Blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, Apple One might be announced. Yeah, probably Apple One might be announced, and that's that is Apple bundling their services up into different packages and things like that. So that'll be cool. It's long overdue for them to do that because their services are probably not doing the best just because Apple TV. I don't know how much Apple TV Plus can stand on its own, especially with the effect of the Rona having on programming. Apple needs to find a way to bundle these services up to make them more appealing. So we will definitely have to see what Apple One brings to the table. Should be pretty cool though. I'm looking forward to it. Gino says I'm really trying to hold off getting the Fold 2. Want to copy the iPhone 12 Pro Max first. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm waiting for Verizon to send out my Fold 2. I'm definitely looking forward to getting my hands on that. Only a few more days left. Only a few more days left until Viper has the Fold 2 in the building. I cannot wait. I can't wait. Let's see. Bender says, can I get Air Force One on stage for Apple One yelling at services 32 times? Steve Ballmer. Hey, you might, man. You might get Air Force One on stage. You might. Woo. Okay, let's see. AJ says, I find it hilarious that if you go to Tuesday's Apple stream, there's over 500 people waiting. Wow, I did not know that. That is kind of crazy, but okay, alrighty then. Gino wants to know more about the new Apple TV if we're getting one. Man, you know what? It's just it's crazy. I don't know. There's been a lot of rumor and speculation about a new Apple TV, but nothing has happened. But I mean, what would a new Apple TV bring that we don't already have? Besides like better gaming support? I guess they've been rumored to have one on store for more storage and things like that for gaming and a better processor, but is anybody really gaming that much with their Apple TV? I don't know, dude. I don't know. And as much as I clown on Microsoft and the Xbox and things like that, once September 15th hits and Project X Cloud goes live, ain't nobody gaming on no damn Apple TV. No one's gaming on an Apple TV once X Cloud goes live. They're going to be gaming on all their Android phones and tablets and things like that. So yeah, nobody's playing no Apple Arcade on their Apple TV Plus when they got Project X Cloud out there with Xbox Game Pass. Nobody's doing that. Dude. Nobody's doing that. Sorry, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, Jonathan said, bring on Apple One. Goodbye, Amazon Prime. Oh, no. See, here is what Amazon has done with Amazon Prime that makes it practically untouchable. Amazon Prime gives you so much more besides video viewing and things like that. You can't go wrong with free 2-day shipping with Prime. You're not getting that on Apple One, fam. like Amazon is able to do so much more with Amazon Prime that you can't get rid of Amazon Prime. Like I got rid of Amazon Prime and ended up getting it back. Okay, Amazon Prime is untouchable. You can't touch Amazon Prime because ain't nothing messing with 2-day shipping on Amazon products. Ain't nothing in the world messing with that, especially during a pandemic, fam. No. Prime is lit. You're not touching Prime. Yo, the poet. What's up, man? How you doing, baby? How you doing? Oh, I talked about this the other day. Do you think Apple, if they decide to make a console, could compete with Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo? I talked about this a day or two ago. No, absolutely not. Apple will not compete. They will get destroyed. There are limits to what Apple can do, even being Apple, okay? Apple would get destroyed if they tried to make a console, okay? They don't have the clout to make a console and compete with Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo. They will get destroyed. There's a reason why Apple has not made a console, because they know better. They know. Stay in your lane. That is the very definition of stay in your lane, baby. Stay in your lane. They would not compete. Not at all. Nope. No. The Baron said, I told you 2 years ago, in time for the end of Apple TV. What's the point anymore? I mean, it's still a nice streaming box for people that have older TVs, but as TVs get newer and have streaming services like loaded into them, you're right. Apple TV Plus is going to be kind of useless. I mean, my new LG TV came with the Apple TV app on deck, which made my Apple TV completely useless. So you're right, LeBaron. The need for Apple TV is going away. It's literally going away, especially when these newer TVs can pack the app in. And what do you need an Apple TV for? You really don't need it. I don't need it. Mine is collecting dust because I don't need it anymore. All right, let's see what don't fail. We won't forget out. All right, Gino says he needs to buy a second Apple TV, but I'm waiting to see if we get a new one. Okay, cool. That's cool. Ha! The poet said he said Prime could charge him twice as much as he wouldn't blink an eye. I'm telling y'all, Amazon Prime is untouchable. It's literally untouchable. You can't mess with it. You can't mess with it. Wait. All right. Kraler says, I never thought of subscribing to Amazon Prime for the video. I have access to Prime and only use it for shipping. Exactly. And that shipping value alone is more important than anything that you get with Amazon Prime. And that is why Amazon Prime is untouchable. It's untouchable. You can't mess with it. Amazon Prime's going nowhere, fam. Ain't nobody touching Amazon Prime. Nobody. Ooh. Wow. This hour went fast. Damn, this hour went quick. Wow. It's Jackson said, remember Apple, Pippin, even Sega beat them. I mean, Sega's an icon though. But yeah, Apple, I don't think Apple could compete in the console space. But what Apple could do and possibly compete at is make a cloud service. I think Apple could compete if they made their own cloud service. Maybe, possibly, but then they would have to come out with actual games that people want to play. And right now, Apple Arcade is not looking too hot for games that people would actually want to play. But if Apple wants to make a cloud gaming service, I think they could compete with that if they got developers behind them, because they already have the install base. So, and I think Apple might be working on a cloud gaming service because they kind of relax some of they kind of change their rules and they relax some of them as they relate to cloud gaming. So I think, I don't know this for sure, and this is just rumor on my part, but I think that Apple might be working on their own cloud gaming competitor service. Maybe. I don't know. But if they did that, I think they could compete in that space because again, they already have the over 1 billion Apple device install base to work with, so they would compete very well in a cloud gaming space. But they still would need to come up with games that people want to play, and that's another matter entirely. Let's see, Bender 2 said, so it's still kind of useful for those off-brand TVs because the port for those kind of suck. Yeah, as long as those older TVs are out there, then Apple TV will have a home. You can still use it for those off-brand. But again, most TVs are coming with like their own streaming platform built in, like Roku or Amazon and things like that. So the need for Apple TV is going bye-bye real fast. Gino says app subscriptions carry over to the Apple TV. I be paying for double with my TV built-in app. Oh no. Because if you already have the subscription, all you have to do is sign in and you'll be good to go. You wouldn't be paying double. No. Just sign into those apps the way you would sign into it on an Apple TV and you'll be good to go. You would not be paying double. Just sign in and you'd be good to go. My man LeBaron said between businesses and home, I spend about $4K a month on Amazon Prime. I believe it, man. I believe it. I mean, like I said, Amazon Prime's going nowhere. Amazon Prime is lit. Like you literally cannot touch Amazon Prime might be one of the few things in the world that is literally untouchable. Like there's nothing on earth messing with Amazon Prime. Nothing. You can't touch Amazon Prime, especially right now. Amazon Prime is like God right now. They're like literally like God. They can't be touched. You can't touch Prime. You can't do it. You mean subscriptions via the App Store? Wait. What are you talking about? Wait. I don't know what you are. You talking about Apple TV like channels and shows? Or are you talking about app and things? Again, if you are subscribed to an app, you don't have to repay for the app if you use it on another platform. That app is not tied to Apple. That app is tied to whoever that app developer or app company is. That's like saying that you're signed up to Netflix, and because you don't have an Apple TV, if you try to use Netflix on a newer TV with the Netflix app, you'd have to pay double. No. You would just sign into Netflix on that new TV and be on your way. You don't pay double because you're using a different platform or a different box. You're still subscribed to that app no matter what box you use. So you would, like I said, again, you won't be paying double. You just have to sign into that app and you'll be good to go. Unless I'm not like understanding what you're talking about. Maybe I don't understand. I don't know. So Barry wants me to tell him that he was right. What about Apple TV Plus going away? I mean, I don't know. Can I say you're right? I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to say it yet. I mean, if the time comes, then I might give it to you. But right now, I think Apple TV Plus still has a home, I should say. So I don't know if you're right. I don't know if you're right yet. You might be right in the future, but you're not right just yet. Still a lot of older TVs out there that need an Apple TV to be attached to them. So not yet, LeBaron, not yet. He loves to control, man. He loves to control. And we got about a minute or so left of this live stream. Man, this went fast, y'all. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. If you guys super chatted or anything like that, thank you so much for donating, man. You guys are helping me afford some of the tech that's coming out this fall. So thank you for that. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. I will be back tomorrow. What time am I coming tomorrow? This is an interesting question because tomorrow is football. Tomorrow football starts. So I might come back tomorrow morning. Hopefully nobody else is. Yeah. Actually, yeah, I'll probably come back tomorrow morning because everybody else is streaming tomorrow, probably tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. So yeah, I'll probably be back tomorrow morning with live Timber rolling on tomorrow morning. Yeah, I'll probably be back. I'll be back. Yeah, Bernard, you are late because the stream's over with. The stream is over. But thank you for stopping in, man. I appreciate you. Adisha says, will AirPod Studio be as good as the WX1000 XM4? You heard it here first. If Apple does the AirPod Studio right, they will be better than the XM4. I'll probably get into that. I'll get into that more tomorrow. But if Apple does it right, they'll be better than the XM4. I'll talk about that tomorrow, though. All right, let's see what we got. All right, says not necessarily some apps don't use membership. They can use the IAP as a membership. One good example: the Weather Channel Premium is no longer using the login. Okay, I don't even know. I don't know what you're saying. Like, I don't know. I don't even know if I understand. Like I said, if you're subscribed to an app or whatever, you can use that app on any platform. But I got maybe I need to think about it. But I don't know. I don't know if I understand what you're trying to tell me. I don't know. But maybe. Hey, Khalil, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry, Khalil. It's cool, dude. I'm live streaming every day. Y'all don't need to seriously. I don't need you all to show up every day. Like I wouldn't show up every day for somebody's live stream. I'm not doing that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Y'all don't have to be here every day. Like seriously, who wants to watch me live stream 30 days in a row? Like, come on now. Nobody's doing that. At least I don't think nobody's doing that. I could be wrong though, but yeah, you don't have to apologize for not showing up. I know you guys got things going on in your life that you have to attend to and do. You don't have to show up every day, and you don't have to apologize for missing the stream. And if you do miss a stream and you want to watch it, you can go back and watch the replay. It's okay. The replay is there. Not going anywhere. But I appreciate you guys stopping in, though. I appreciate you. Let's see. LeBaron, if they do them anything like these AirPods Pro, they need to leave them where they are. You need to stop hating, LeBaron. Stop hating, baby. Stop hating. But that is the hour, you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. Again, love talking to you guys each and every day. Live Timber will roll on tomorrow morning. I don't know the time, but just be on the lookout for your notifications. But sometime tomorrow morning before the football game starts, I will be live. But until the next time, people, this your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more.